Hello, everyone, and welcome to Klis's Mike Drop. We are now kind of in the middle of a dead zone, media-wise, anyway, as far as covering the Broncos. The Broncos, the players, are in their off-season program and conditioning. As you've known from a week or so ago, a tough break for Dre Greenlaw. He's been injury-prone, especially lately. It's not good to hear that he went down with a quad injury and is going to be out roughly 2 months. But if you think about it, if he's only out 2 months, that puts him back in time to be full go for the Broncos in training camp. That's really what matters. But a strained quad is what Dre Greenlaw has. Not as bad as first reported, where he tore it and might have surgery and might miss a lot of the season. That's not what the Broncos believe. And in fact, the Broncos knew about Greenlaw's injury before the draft, and they did not get an inside linebacker. They didn't address the position. So that tells you that they're not overly concerned with Dre Greenlaw being okay for the start. We sat down and talked with George Paton after the draft to get his thoughts. Trader George, I tell you, he moved around. There were 20 draft picks that changed hands in the Broncos draft war room, and there were about 257 or so picks in the NFL draft. So 8% of the draft picks in the entire league went through the Broncos draft room. And George Paton really knew what he was doing, moving up and down to get the players he wanted. And we talked to George Paton about his players that he drafted and about the way he maneuvered up and down the draft board. Trader George.
Yes, Mike.
Man, I mean, really.
Going back to my roots, Mike.
You enjoy this,
yeah,
don't you?
I do. I like it.
Yeah, I mean, tell us how that process, I mean, how do you figure out, you're trading 4 picks, you're getting 4 picks, just about every trade. It's numbers on a board, but there has to be a method to the madness.
There is, and you're trying to move back a little, so at some point you can move up, and is your player going to be there? And that's, when you've been staring at a board for the last month, you kind of have a feel and the value, and so that's what it's all about, just having flexibility during the draft to get the players you want to get.
You guys did a good job of not tipping your picks. I think
you didn't get the tight end?
Yeah, I didn't get the tight end. I should have been going to Utah's basketball games or Baylor or BYU's. Yeah. Let's start there. That was one of the more interesting picks. Caleb Lohner.
We spent a lot of time with him, Mike. They played here, they played Colorado, and I wanted to see what he looked body type. And you look at him, he's 6'7", and he's
So you went to the basketball game?
No, I'm sorry, I went to the football game.
Okay.
They played here. They played CU.
Yeah.
And, he didn't play a whole lot. He played enough, but you saw him in warm-ups running around, catching the ball, and he had never really worn pads, until this year.
Yeah.
57 plays is all he's played, but then when you watch the game, you watch the tape, he's had 4 catches. They're all touchdowns. He had an extra, 2-point conversion as well. But he has all the traits you look for to be, an elite tight end. It's just a matter of if we can get it out of him. We feel like we can.
Right off the bat is when you kind of surprise people with a cornerback. Yeah. And I think it's not that people didn't realize that Barron was a good player. Everyone knows that. But we thought that was maybe a position of strength. Talk about that decision to go there.
Yeah, I mean, the more you watch him throughout the process, the more we fell in love with this kid. And just, we talk about versatility, but he's really good at all the positions he plays. He plays nickel, he plays inside, he's elite. He plays outside, he's very good, he's elite. He can play safety, he can play dime, he can do so many things. And just the way we run our defense, the versatility is really important. And just adding another elite cover guy, he tackles, he blitzes, we feel like he's the whole package. And then you factor in the leadership and the type of teammate he is. He was a no-brainer for us at that position.
And for the common fan, maybe the fan here in the Rocky Mountain region, your running back, R.J. Harvey, might have been known more nationally, but here it was kind of like you went into the weeds.
We did. He was known very well down in our room. This guy's, man, he's a fun watch, as I mentioned. Really explosive. The visions, we feel like he has elite vision. And then, elite burst to get through the hole and take it to the distance, good contact balance. He does a lot of things really well, and like most really good backs, he can create in his own, Mike. When it's not blocked, he can create in his own and he can take it to the house. He needs to get, pass protection like all these backs he can improve on.
When you were looking at running back, was, Estime and kind of complimenting, kind of playing off of him a factor in what
we just wanted to get the best back. We weren't really worried about the complement. You know, we like our room, we like our 4. We just wanted to bring in the best back, you know, regardless.
So are you better?
I think we are. I think we're a lot better.
Why?
Oh, you know, just going back to the offseason, filling our musts. You know, a lot of our musts. I feel like we're going to be more explosive on offense. Defensively, we got stronger. What did we draft? 3 defense, 3 offense, and our special teams got better, Mike. I think we got better in all 3 phases.
Crashaw, I know probably Patrick Smythe gave you the recommendation there.
He did.
The Florida Gator.
Big year for Smythe with the Gators, so right. Why not give him something else?
Yeah, but an Australian type of punter?
No, he's conventional. He can do it all.
Okay.
He can do it all, Mike. He can conventional. He can kick for hang. He can kick for distance, directional. You name it, we like him. Really athletic. You know, he played cricket, he played rugby, all that stuff, and he's a good holder.
Everybody gets excited about the new players, and rightfully so. They bring hope of greater things ahead. But the key to the Broncos is the guys that are coming back, right?
No doubt, 100%. We feel good about this team. We haven't been together as a team.
Yeah. You're coming off a playoff now. Last year, you know, when I was asking you how good you're going to be,
what did I say?
You didn't answer.
I didn't answer, but we like this team, and you know, we just need to get them all together. And again, I think we just need to take that next step, and I like what we've done.
Cool.
Appreciate it.
Appreciate it, Joe.
All right.
And the very first draft pick, and you heard George talk about him there, is Jahdae Barron, a defensive back from Texas, and he played safety, nickel, and outside corner. He played mostly safety and outside corner, or nickel, I should say. A little small for the safety position. He went back to school. He was going to come out after the 2023 season, but he investigated. He was smart. He investigated, and he was told he would probably be a 4th-round draft pick. So he bet on himself. He stayed back in school, and he moved to the outside corner, and he became a 1st-rounder. And very physical, very aggressive, smart, intelligent player, Sean Payton's type of player. And that's who the Broncos took at number 20, even though they didn't have a real crying need at the cornerback position. For now, Jahdae Barron's going to be a nickel, and we had a nice sit-down interview, Scotty Gange and I did, and hope you enjoy it.
I know you flew out on the private jet. You're getting to see your new home here. I mean, how special, how exciting is this all for you?
It's amazing. I mean, my sister went from wearing pajamas last night to hopping on a PJ. So you went from pajamas to a PJ, to the real PJ. So it's amazing. Good experience. My little sisters, brothers, cousin, my mom's first time on a PJ. So just the feeling of that, them feeling something new, feeling something special. You know, it's just not my moment. It's my mom's moment. It's their moment. You know, they all played a big part of my life, and to be here today is a blessing.
But you're from Austin. You go to college in Austin. Now you're going to come to Denver. You're going to leave your cocoon a little bit.
Yeah.
You ready for that?
Most definitely. So yeah, I was born in Corpus, and I grew up a UT fan when I was in Corpus, and we moved to Austin, and it was burnt orange from the beginning. But it's crazy how life works, because I was a big UT fan, right? I go to UT, live out my dreams, you know, and we wear cowboy hats, you know. Some of my fits on Bevo Walk, I wore a cowboy hat. And I come here, it's cowboy hat, so it's the same scenery. And we have orange here. It's not burnt orange, but it's orange. So I'm most definitely loving it, and I fit right in. So
talk about that decision you made to stay in school, which wound up paying off.
It was a lot of things, you know, social, football, your academic life. I graduated. Social life was just building connections with people off the field, because I'm not going to be able to play football forever. I'm from Austin, so why not build those connections? And Coach Sark, he pushed me to do that. I did that, and then from a football standpoint, I had a childhood dream that I wanted to live out, and I had a dream that I wanted to win the Thorpe. I've done it. I looked up to Michael Huff wearing seven after him, just honoring him, being All-American, and ultimately changing the culture and being a part of a changed culture with Sark. And just me being here for a short period of time, I could tell the love here is real, and it's very genuine, and I'm excited to be a part of the culture, and to bring my connectivity to the culture and just being myself. That's what got me here today, just being myself. But just to come back, it was hard. It was hard. I dealt with a lot of challenges, you know, faced a lot of adversity, and I knew I didn't come back to prove anybody wrong or prove anybody right. I came to prove myself right.
You know, Jahdae, Football-wise, you could argue that the Broncos didn't have a major need for another DB. They've got some good players, Pat Surtain, Riley Moss, guys like Brandon Jones, former Texas guy, P.J. Locke. But when the Thorpe Award winner is available, and you draft him, and that's what the Broncos did. How do you hope to help this team and make a strong defense even better?
Any way I can. I'm ready to soak knowledge in from all the vets. I'm extremely excited to play with Patrick Surtain, P.J. Locke, and all those guys. You know, all the Texas boys. Just to learn, to understand the level of football, understand the level of mindset that I have to take onto this next stage of my life, and the different preparation. And I'm ready. And I'm excited. So it's gonna be very good for me to learn from those guys, and then put it in my own sauce and get ready to get the feel out there. But once I get the feel, I'm gonna be amazing. I'm ready. I'm extremely blessed. Truly blessed to be here today. And I won't take nothing for granted. I think the big thing about this league, obviously the preparation standpoint, but just to change the time management, just understanding I have a lot more time on my hands. I don't have to read.
Go to class.
Man, I don't have to walk on Main Street at UT campus and go to class or move around from scooters or run to class. So it's football. So I can finally enjoy football, and me enjoying football, my mom can finally enjoy being a mother. So it's a win-win for everybody.
You're in a division now. Patrick Mahomes is on the other side, and Herbert's on the other side. Geno Smith.
Yeah.
I mean, what type of adjustment do you think you're going to have to make here right away?
It's going to have to be big, but I'm up for the task. I'm up for the task, and I'm ready to learn from those guys. The vets. I'm gonna get under their wing and soak a lot of information in. And once I soak it in, I'll be good to go. But I know they're most definitely going to get me ready. I'm excited. I know a few of those DBs already, so it's already a brotherhood there. It's already something built there, something special there, and it's just building it more. Just building it more, just building it stronger. That's family is never complete. Me and my mom, we're still trying to grow in a relationship. So why not? Would I not grow with the brothers that I've been looking up to my whole life, PJ and Cook and those guys? So it's going to be amazing.
The Broncos in the middle of their offseason program. The rookies come in this weekend. Rookie minicamp. We'll have a chance to meet all the rookies. We'll give you the coverage. I believe we'll be out there Saturday before Mother's Day to meet all the rookies. Can't wait to do that and put bodies and faces to the names on a sheet of paper. That's always a fun time, the Broncos rookie minicamp. So we'll have a more of an update for you on the state of the Broncos next week on Klis's Mike Drop. Thanks for tuning in, everybody.